let me tell you something. Let's talk. We gonna talk about the punch that will knock out Terrence Bud Crawford from Saul Canelo Alvarez. We're gonna talk about that because I already did a video on the punch from Crawford that would beat Canelo. I did that months ago. I said the straight jab to the waistline. I made a short about it. Everybody was upset and all that shit. I'm like, what is going on around here? All right. So now I'm doing the punch that will KO Bud from Canelo Alvarez. You guys know I'm going to bet upwards of $20,000 on Canelo Alvarez to beat Terrence Bud Crawford. I ain't got it in me to bet on the KO, though I think Canelo Alvarez is going to knock his ass out. And I have my reasoning for it. So we're going to talk about that. Also, we're going to talk about Shakur Stevenson and what Shakur Stevenson had to say about Gervonta Tank Davis. Also, Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford were on Ring with Shaquille, and everybody's talking about this. Canelo talking about his resume. We'll talk about it. It is funny. I like that Canelo talked this shit, but there was stuff from Bud that I really liked that I kind of peeped about Bud that I didn't recognize until that interview. But the things that Canelo was saying, it didn't shock me because, I mean, Errol Spence said it. Everybody acting like it's a new thing. We've been saying this for a long time. But what shocked people was Bud's response. So we'll talk about that. Also, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh had a few announcements on his ideas on upcoming events. And that's the Black Two Sugars. All right, don't lose the mortgage. Don't worry about that. I would never do that. Okay.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about AI color themes. You can get any combos you want. Bold and bright, minimalist and sleek.
Now it's time for the other side to get mad at the formula. You're right. If you guys didn't see it, listen. I was doing some homework on Terrence Bud Crawford, right? And the homework I was doing wasn't for me to find out anything new about Terrence Bud Crawford. What I was going to do, what I end up doing later, is I was going to put together video clips of how Terrence Bud Crawford loves to trade. See, Bud is not what people say. And this fight isn't how people break it down. And it drives me crazy. Like no one else. It drives me crazy, and I can't help myself. Terrence Bud Crawford has never fought like a slick fighter. And I don't know, he never ran. He never fought slick. He is an athletically gifted fighter who uses feet and hands together to attack. Yes. To attack from angles. He actually uses his feet to get out the way and get right back. He did that with Errol Spence. He did that with Kell Brook. It's like a whoop, bam, boom. He's not fighting like Floyd. And I don't know why. He's not even fighting like Bivol. Exactly. Yeah. He doesn't fight like the guy be throwing his hands and he throws combinations for a long period of time. And sometimes he has his hands too low. He gets caught. Terrence Crawford has been getting hit flush repeatedly forever, but he has what I like to call the Paul Williams disease or the Mark Breland disease, where you've been too athletically gifted or too big for your op. So you have built this bad habit of saying, now I'm gonna walk you down and whip your ass. Nobody has really been able to hurt Crawford. What Crawford does to walk you down and whip your ass, he did it with David Evanesian. He did it with the Mean Machine. He was doing it with Madrimov. What he ends up doing is putting his guard up, very similar to Canelo, or he'll do this, and he would block with that hand, he'll parry, and he'll hit, right? Because he's just too physical. He will end up being like, bam, bam, catching your punches to throw his, and he'll walk you down. He did it with Sean Porter. The guy isn't this slick thing. He's kind of like a athlete, but when he gets defensive to walk you down, he blocks more than anything. And my problem with that is you're dealing with a 168-pound Canelo who's going to hit your arms, hit your shoulders. It's going to feel different. I've never known Crawford to box off his back foot, swim without getting wet, and just outpoint you. That's not him. That's not him. So while I was trying to put that together, I noticed that when he is getting hit in the exchange, it's usually by a straight right. So much so that I've noticed that his ops plan to land the straight right. David Evanesian, the Mean Machine, Madrimov, Gamboa. These fighters literally study Crawford and plan on throwing a straight right because he's a southpaw and he's not a natural southpaw. So they actually planned for it. It's just that Terrence Crawford is so damn durable and good and athletic that even when they're landing it, he's okay. And a lot of times he kind of make them miss, or he'll give them his face like Sugar Ray Leonard, love him to death, and he'll step back and go bam, right? He'll because his feet are so good, right? So he'll get caught with it a few times. That's why I said he's a fighter. Crawford is more of a fighter than a slick boxer. I've been saying that for him. Is that snack?
It's looking like we'll have a rain delay.
I can't wait to take my 35 for a spin.
Hey, I got something you can take for a spin.
Hey, let me tell you something. There is a chance that no fighters are using snack. That sounds crazy. Listen, but we'll get to that on another day. All right, there's a chance that actually none of them use snack. They just take the sponsorship. But we ain't gonna do that. There's 1,400 people in here. I don't want to start no shit. All right, but I'm just saying they're okay. Stop. Fine. I'm just saying I'm fine. But that's okay. Let me see. Put the straight right on. Okay, hold on. That it is very possible. Hey, hold on, everybody. Did y'all miss the song? The song explains it so eloquently to the point where I don't have to. I got clips. Yeah, you know what? Put the song on. Put the song on. This right here. And the funny thing is, I'm late because I thought of the song. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in the shower. Like, oh, you did the straight right. So I'm like, all right, let me find a beat. I found a beat, and then there was a Kendrick Lamar type beat, which made me laugh because they called Crawford Kendrick Lamar. So I said, let me. So then I freestyled. And then that's what took so long. But here. I did it this morning, like an hour or so ago. Okay, everybody. Here's a song. And it's not a hating song. It's to just like the Born Arrow Effect with Devin Haney. This is a song called The Straight Right. Show Beezy, we did it again. Hey, yo, Be prepared for the straight right. 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 Left hand's too low, my ninja.
Guard up, my ninja.
Now lows don't hold, my ninja.
My ninja.
This is a fatal flaw.
Crash out for Omaha.
What's the best punch against a southpaw? What time?
Be
prepared for the straight right. Be prepared for the straight right. Be prepared for the straight right.
It's true.
Be prepared for the straight right.
Left hand too low, my ninja.
Guard up, not below my ninja.
Down lows, no hold, my ninja.
Use a form, no foe, my ninja.
This is a fatal flaw.
Crash out for Omaha.
What's the best punch against a southpaw?
No.
Right hand from the dream up and he grabs on.
A warrior, is he not?
From a sword to a Glock.
3 minutes each round.
Open threes, get your
He
shot.
can't move, he ain't young.
Then his legs will be shot.
He's been fighting too long.
38's get
Prepare
shot.
for the straight right. Be prepared for the straight right.
Let's go.
Be prepared for the straight right.
Let's go.
Be prepared for the straight right. Oh, my bad. Listen. And when I crash out for Omaha, but when I think of Canelo straight right, which op did he land the most violent straight right on? What is the most violent straight right you've seen from Canelo? Undefeated. With Khan. Y'all, no one knows boxing like the War Room. That's damn near the last time I saw somebody match his height. That's the last time I've seen somebody. Speaking of which, Canelo had some Frankenstein stacks on. Like the stacks, I was like, I know Canelo was taller than Crawford. Brother, please. The stacks that dude had on, he had some Frankenstein. He could barely walk. I'm like, okay, never mind. Okay, hold on. Let me see what you have to say. Gas. You got gas? Brother, just fought. Unless you're at work. Don't do that. Because that's not, people be eating and shit. Let me say, hey, Biz, if you had to choose between the PBVs, which one would you pick? Usyk Dubois or Berlanga versus Shiraz? Usyk Dubois, if I had to pick, yeah. Off topic, but who is your favorite southpaw fighter? Ever? Switch hitter. Okay, so I can't say Hagler. Almost said Pacquiao, but Sweet Pea Whitaker. Shit. Hold on. Let me. Because Michael Moore is my guy, dog. Michael Moore is my guy. Let me see. I just do not see Crawford taking vicious body shots from Nello for 12 rounds. Exactly. Crawford gets hit, and when Nello connects, the fight would be over. When Canelo connects, the fight with Crawford's getting up, bruh. Let me tell you something, bruh. The thing about okay, hold on. Prediction for Paul versus Chavez. I got Jake in 3 rounds, brother. Jake gonna win. If there's gonna be somebody to beat Jake, it won't be Chavez. Let me see, but I love him. That's my brother. We talk all the time. But the song, brother, was Gas. Oh, my bad. Love you, boy. So I'm too old for this shit. I'm like Lieutenant Murtaugh on Lethal Weapon, dog. I'm getting too old for this shit. All right, listen.
Immerse yourself in academic excellence at a value rivaled by few. Southern Illinois University Edwardsville. The right place, the right...
Buzz the dog. Thank you. If there's going to be an X factor that gets Bud over the hill in this fight, is going to be Canelo tripping on how many punches Crawford is willing to throw and land on him in a row. When it comes to speed, I'm not worried about Crawford's movement around the ring versus Canelo. When I think of Crawford's speed, I think of his combinations. That's why I said 3 points get you shot. I was just talking about his 3-punch combination. When he goes bam, bam, bam. I'm thinking he's going to get up. I'm thinking Crawford gets up. And Crawford has a chance to win with his busyness down the stretch. The only problem is I saw him getting tired against Madrimov. That's my problem. But his busyness down because Canelo gets tired. Let me see. Showbiz. People are underestimating Canelo. How? Bud got rocked by Gamboa, dropped by Mean Machine. Madrimov hit Bud so much. Bud I know. Bud be getting caught. Bud be getting caught. And I show some of that. But I want you to check something out. Let's start going to the receipts. Hold on. I want to play this first because I feel like getting motivated.
Squad up. Let's go.
Let's go, dog. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Receipts, motherfucker. I wonder what we shoot him on before the plane. He said, I got laid off and got a $30 and an hour raise. I'm letting the light in. Wait, you got laid off and got a 30. Boy, hold on. I got laid off and got a $30 an hour raise. Let the light in, brother. let the light in, brother. Okay. Hold on. Shout out to the war room. Love you, boy. You know we do. Okay. Check this out.
Let's just keep it real. I'm hunting him. That's it. I'm hunting everything that he got. And I'm going to take it come September 13th.
I believe him. Terrence Crawford, that's his mentality, period. And that's his mentality in the ring. Terrence Crawford ain't going to be backing up everything. He's going to be going back and forth, side to side. And all of it is going to be accompanied with action. Crawford is going to he's going to try to get him. Now, I'm going to break down the whole resume conversation. All right? But I'm going to put something on your dome before you watch it and before I break it down. Terrence Crawford enjoys the fact that Canelo really thinks he can beat him. Crawford laughs and smiles genuinely because it makes his heart warm that he's looking at a guy who thinks he ain't shit. I understand Crawford. I get that. How many of you guys ever argued with somebody or you're in the house, you ain't even trying to fight and that person getting lit and you just like, this mug don't know that I will whoop his ass. Have that ever happened to you before? Like you look and just be like, this. I mean, no, I ain't gonna do nothing. But the funniest thing is he really thinks that I won't whoop his ass. Right? That I'm telling you, that's what Bud's doing when I play this. Another thing. Here's another thing. A lot of brothers don't want to admit this because for some reason, though it's 2025 and it's far less racially crazy as it was in yesteryear, we are more racially divided now than ever. So it's like, yo, you got to stick to it. I don't know where the hell that's coming from. But what my brothers won't admit, a lot of us won't admit, we like Canelo. When Canelo is like, you ain't fight nobody, like it's shit's hilarious. It's almost adorable. It's almost adorable, bro. I don't know what it is. Yo, you'll see. That's why Bud is just like, it's almost like this guy's hilarious. This guy's adorable. let me see. It's almost like you want to hang with tonight. You my guy, bro. Come on over here, man. We get the club or something. I think Bud genuinely likes Canelo. He's like, yo, we could after this. We can hit the club or something. Let me see. That mentality is what's going to get his ass knocked out. Of course, sometimes our pride and ego are, but it's going to make for a good. That's what makes him a warrior. He's looking forward to it. Bud admitted to getting hurt by Gamboa and Mean Machine in the GOAT interview with Shaq. Yeah, he also admitted it with
It's time, partner. Our hunt for Starfall begins. Raise hell, exert control. For mankind depends on our victory.
Struggling to pay off your debt? National Debt Relief is here to help you with debt consolidation, a solution that could simplify your finances. So what is debt consolidation?
$1 million worth of game. Let me see. I gotta believe that Nello and his team know to go to the body. Of course, that's all they do. Hard, early. Pause against Bud to slow him down, and his elbows, arms, and make his punches less. See, if you hit him in the arm and elbows and stuff enough, he ain't gonna be able to have those combinations later. You know what I'm saying? If you start punching at his guard while he's blocking, you can still rock his head. You know, it's not a video game. Canelo and Bud both lose to this up and coming boxer, Gabe Itch. Okay, can Crawford take Nello's shots to the arms though? No. English Nello is gold. English Nello cracks me the hell up. Okay, so let's check out the receipts. The whole Bud resume thing. This is going.
Don't get me wrong, okay? He's a good fighter, a great fighter. I always say before I see him calling me out and won the fight and everything. I say before he's a great fighter. But if you look at his career, mention one elite fighter. Just mention me one elite fighter.
So Postal wasn't elite?
Who?
Victor Postal.
Who's that guy?
Oh, so he wasn't commercialized. He wasn't a great. Ricky Burns wasn't elite.
40 years old champion in that moment beat Mr. Postal in my gym. I saw that.
So Ricky Burns wasn't elite.
Ricky Burns doesn't elite.
Okay,
he's not elite.
It's cool. Is
there a champion?
I'm going to fight another elite.
There is a champions, good fighters, but elite fighters is different. Wait.
So I'm going to fight an elite fighter in September.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we're
going to find out.
Then we're going to find out.
And don't get me wrong, you're a great fighter.
I know I'm great.
You're a great fighter. But are you going to find out? I hope your uncle Turki Alashi pay you enough money because he's going to be the last.
It may be. Maybe.
I hope he pay you enough.
But you know, after fighters fight me, they never the same. So I just hope your career continue.
If you look at my career, never the same after me.
It's his head movement, dog. It's his head movement. Yeah, you look at my career, they're never the same after me. Yes, they are, dog. Bivol was doing yeah, me too. How about that? Brother, Bibble's doing just fine. Laura got better. Laura actually improved. No, that's my guy, dog. Canelo's my guy, dog. Listen, did Canelo call him Ricky Bums? It was like Ricky Bums. All right. I thought Canelo beat Laura, like seriously beat him. Let me see. Gabe Itch, Tish, as hell. Let me see. Name one elite like Nello. Do you think Nello is taking this fight more seriously than his last three? Yeah, I think he's taking it extremely seriously. Tom Brady being there is so random. Well, the show is called like Goated, so he's definitely a GOAT. He should be there as much as Shaq. Let me see. Can you break down Wilder versus Herndon on Friday? No, I mean Wilder wins, dog. Unless Herndon. I've been seeing Herndon get his ass. He's one of those guys who no disrespect, but he's always getting his ass whipped. You know, you kind of bring him in and get his ass whipped. You know, so if Wilder loses, it's not anything that Herndon is doing. Wilder's one of the greatest heavyweights ever, right? He's going to be in the Hall of Fame, so that makes him one of the greatest, right? It'd just be Wilder being done. The fact that Crawford walked Canelo down is absurd. Yeah. He had the crowd with him. It was the momentum, but it looked dope. Buzz still better go raw with that snack. I wash up in it. Let me see. It's the boxing revolution. Let's make it work. Wash up. English Nettle is goated. Okay. Let me see. Clenbuterol, albuterol, fight protocols. It don't matter. Bud by unanimous decision. You're hilarious. Does Bud hit harder than Plant? No. So, I mean, at least I don't think so. Not at 168. At least I don't think so. But here, Bud was very strategic when he said, I don't know why everybody bring up Postal, bruh. Just like Canelo said, Postal, love him like a play cousin, but Bud, that was not, it was a shock to people because they didn't know who Bud was. Postal isn't an all-time great fighter, man. He's not, bruh. All right, I mean, we know this. Ricky Burns isn't either. Okay? But Bud always bring those guys up. He doesn't bring up Sean Porter. It's like, why not? He doesn't bring up Errol Spence or Kell Brook or Amir Khan. Here's why. Okay? Here's why. Where can we buy tickets for the fight? Should I wait? Yeah, you gotta wait, because not all the time do tickets go on sale immediately. I don't know if y'all ever noticed. That's another thing. I was getting DMs of people saying, hey, why isn't the tickets on sale? Number one, as if I know. But number two, I don't know how many press conferences I've seen where they say tickets goes on sale next Friday. Like, I mean, that's always happens. I don't care who it is. Top Rank, PBC, Golden Boy, tickets go on sale next week and all kinds of shit. Right? So, I mean, yeah, the ticket's not for sale yet, but it will be. Let me see. Canelo saying Uncle Turkey is diabolical. That is diabolical. But listen.
This is Buick. Now. Buick. Except.
Listen. The reason why Crawford says those guys and not Errol Spence and them is because I think Crawford knows. And you know what I'm going to say. All right, let's just keep it real, dog. Okay. Sean Porter was done, dog. He was done, dog. He was done. Though I think Crawford would have beaten him anyway. Let me see. That's true though, Biz. I never hear him bring up those two. That's crazy. Bruh, he can't bring up Kell Brook. Kell Brook was such a shell of himself. Amir Khan, you can't bring them up. And Errol Spence, I think he should, but he's already said that Errol Spence isn't a great. He said he's not a Hall of Famer. So you can't answer the Canelo, what elite fighter did you fight? And you bring up Errol Spence. But before that, Canelo said you only had one fighter, Errol Spence. So that took the Errol Spence argument away anyway. So he was left with his resume. And I don't mind Crawford's resume because I know he had the horns and he was getting avoided too, right? But the truth of the matter is he doesn't have a I mean, if you're a Bud buddy, you would try to amp up his resume. But if you're a human being, just looking at it, he doesn't have the type of resume you write home about. He just doesn't. But the thing is he's still a great fighter, right? Like Larry Holmes is one of the greatest heavyweights ever. But if you look at his resume, it's like everybody was old. You had Norton and Shavers and shit. Wait, you fought Cooney in the race fight, right? He lost against Michael Spinks twice. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at Larry Holmes' resume, it's kind of like, man, he doesn't really have a great, old ass Ali. He does, but when you look at Larry Holmes, you know he's one of the greatest ever. Porter is not C-level, dog. That guy's Hall of Famer. But with that said, Kell Brook is a good name, but when he fought, so you could try to make it big. You could try to amplify Terrence Crawford's resume, but it's not really that good. but his accomplishments are great. So it's kind of like, right? And it's to the point where when he fought Madrimov, people are like, Madrimov is the next Ezra Charles. His footwork was so. We can watch Madrimov versus Crawford. We can watch that fight, and I swear to God, Madrimov footwork was okay, but it didn't do anything to Ortiz, right? People act like Madrimov has the most educated feet and feints that they've seen since Archie Moore, and it's like, brother, he was all right. The reason why that looked like that is because Crawford is getting longer in the tooth, and he was at 154. But you got to not dial in on that, because then you got to think, well, he's only a year older and he's going 2 weight classes heavier. So it kind of makes the fight like, okay, that's way less likely. And plus, Canelo Alvarez, the last thing on your mind is Skull. So now they switch. So it's like, oh, Canelo couldn't catch Skull. He can't catch Crawford. You know, you're trying to come up with ways to bring the fight closer. And I get it. I get it. But if common sense, Madrimov wasn't on Crawford's level. It's just that 54, a little more weight on him, a little longer in the tooth. It's rough. It's rough. Let me see. Ricky Bonds. Let me see. Bud already in doubt. He said he's 70% certain he'll win on the Piers Morgan show. He never would have said that against anyone else. That shit was weird. That's good. That means that he's not looking at Canelo as just easy work. Also, it could mean that he was in the gym and like, God, I just feel more sluggish. It's like, yeah, bro, because you got to get to 180 of muscle and then cut down and not be fat. You got to somehow be bulky, and your body's going to have to be able to carry this and move, like what Roy Jones did against Ruiz. And that's hard to do. Let me see. Quick question. Bud versus Thurman, who y'all had? I'm in their primes. That's a tough fight. Thurman could have been the best one. He refuted his own resume by saying Errol wasn't Hall of Fame. Yeah, that was rough. Let me see. Would you agree that each fighter presented a different problem for Bud? Well, that's everybody. Maybe Gamboa's speed and Ricky's size was more of an issue for Bud than Errol's jab, which Bud took away. Yeah, but also, Derek, listen, there are rules and then there's reality. This is what I mean. You're bullied as a boxing fan, you're bullied into following the rules and ignore the reality.
Battleship sunk.
The rules are, say that was a great Errol Spence and no excuses. The reality is that Errol Spence was trash and everyone knows it. Say that was the best Devin Haney versus Ramirez. No excuses. Okay, but the truth of the matter is that Haney was trash. The Haney we know would have whooped Ramirez from pillar to post. There would have been no need to box and so-called box and touch and make sure you not get hurt. The Ryan Garcia that fought Rolly was trash. So you got these rules. You got these rules in play. When you look at Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford, the rules tell you that you can't look at it for what it is. For some reason, you can't. But the truth of the matter is, bro, it's like when Lennox beat Mike Tyson. Now that's Mike Tyson. No excuses. He should have prepared. But that wasn't Mike, though. Now, you can say whatever you want. That Mike was damn sure not Mike. You can say whatever you want. Lennox Lewis was older. Whatever you want. That Mike was far from Mike than Lennox was from Lennox. Hey, Buster Douglas beat him fair and square. That Booger Sugar Mike, it is, but, you got rules. You looked at Errol and was like, brother, the running back gang, Errol, the one that came in eyes puffy and just he was half sleepy and then he got dropped by a jab. You barely ever seen Errol hurt and he got dropped by a jab. It's like, brother, yeah, that was the best Errol we've seen. That brother got flown out of for a Ferrari. There's a good chance that Errol versus Garcia and the Errol that fought Ugas was a shell of himself. There's a good chance of it. That he wasn't actually back when we thought he was. All I know is that wasn't the fight that we weren't dumb for thinking that fight was closer. Everybody had that fight 50-50. We didn't think that was going to show up. That's the truth of the matter. Now, I got enough from that fight to feel that Terrence Crawford would have beaten the best Errol. That's how I feel about it. That wasn't the best Errol, but I can imagine the best Errol. And I'm like, he still wouldn't have beat Terrence Crawford. That's how I feel about it. So I'm fine. Let me see. Are there any actual elite fighters in Bud resume? Yeah, Gamboa was elite. The thing is, though, I remember the fight like yesterday. I remember Crawford on first breaking on the scene. I've been following Crawford's whole career. I love him like play. I thought Crawford and Thurman or Errol could be a fight back when he was a lightweight. Because I remember looking at him versus Gamboa. Gamboa was my guy, but he was gone for a while and came back. I looked at Crawford and said, he's way too big. So Gamboa was elite, but Crawford was way too big, bruh. That's what happens when you're a big, great guy against a small, great guy. But Gamboa was elite, yeah. It's like Tank destroying Gamboa or Devin Haney destroying Gamboa. That wasn't Gamboa. But hit harder than Caleb Sweet Hugs Plant. But okay. Who you think is the perfect sparring partner for Crawford to get ready for Nello style wise? Oh shit. I don't even know, bro. I don't know. I don't know who would spar him that. Oh man, I don't know. Let me see. Errol got rocked in the Ugas fight. He did get rocked in the Ugas fight. We try to ignore that shit. Okay. Virgil Ortiz was, I know, but he would never spar. I mean, that's just make believe. I'm just thinking of who can you get that would actually get in the ring and spar with Crawford and be a sparring partner. I don't think Virgil Ortiz would do that. I don't think Bivol would do it either. Actually spar, because he has a fight. Well, maybe he would. I don't know. Okay. Let's move forward. So I did a poll on my different social media platforms, on YouTube, on X, and on Instagram. And the poll was, and I added Dana White. I think I added His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. I wanted the fan base to vote on what size they want the ring to be for Canelo versus Crawford. I was just curious. And the reason why I made a poll is because I think that boxing is a service and they provide a product as well. And I think the customer demands should dictate what we get. There's a lot of people that's like, no, tell us what to get. Let the fighters choose everything and tell us what to expect so we can spend our money. That's fugazi to me. Is our paying dollar the only reason why they're getting paid? The only reason why they make millions is because of our hardworking money. So I'm collecting the data on you, and don't think beta, but think alpha. Like, yeah, I'm important. It's my paying dollar that moves this whole needle. What you would like to see, right? And then I hopefully His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh and Dana White saw it, but I'm going to cover it here. I attended the fight. And everyone got quiet when Errol legs buckled. I was there. Not only that, but his mouth guard came. Oh, you talking about Ugas? Yeah. I heard Terrence was sparring Bivol or training. I heard he was training with him. But if he spars on that, I mean, do you think Bud beats the best Errol the same way? The same way? No, it doesn't look the same. But I think he beats him. Yeah. Who had the worst performance? And because Terrence didn't know what he could do with Errol until Errol couldn't hurt him. Right? Terrence said, "Oh, that's it." Remember that first round, Errol kind of got busy, but Terrence was look at that whole fight. He was like, "Oh, that's it," and then he just started opening up on him. He respected Errol at first. He was going to box and respect him and collect data. But then he got hit a few times and was like, he ain't even swatting. Over with. Let me see. Who had the worst performance in their last showing? I think Canelo didn't show much in his last fight, but adjusted. Canelo just complained. Okay. Let me see.
Immerse yourself in academic excellence. Take comfort in welcome surroundings. Revel in exhilarating events. Discover invaluable educational experiences at a value rivaled by few. Southern Illinois University Edwardsville. The right place, the right people.
Energy is key. What's going on with you? Whoops. Hey, man. Lord. First, I want to say this. Stop. Everybody, welcome to the Hump Day. If you haven't done it, please close out the chat, hit the like, and give it up for the Varner Hill Box.
Bring on this with a laugh and do the cabbage patch. She's a pretty lady and then sign some autographs. The Varnell man can boing boing.
Hit the Tyson Bell. Let me see what y'all have to say. Boxing Hype 456. I'm just sitting in my living room getting it on, and they ain't living till 6 in the morning. Let me see. Am I living? Wondering where F is biz. LOL. I need the live to get hype. Nello should spar 154 to acclimate to buzz speed. Yeah, you're going to bring in smaller guys. I'm pretty sure he's even going to bring in featherweights and shit like that. That's what they do. And that's the Black George August. Hold on. We are out of pocket. We haven't given it up to the lady. You should let me hit the Tyson Bell. My brother just said, just rewatched Nello versus Bivol. Bivol definitely won. He outworked Nello, but Nello made him miss more than anyone I've ever seen. Was never hurt ever once. Dude, Noble, I told y'all months ago, I rewatched that fight and said that fight was closer than I thought. It was a good fight. It was a good fight. It's just Bivol controlled it, and Bivol definitely won, like you said. But there's stuff to take from that where Canelo did some good work. If you go off of how you just felt about it, you like Bivol whipped his ass. If you watch it, you like that wasn't bad work. He just lost. I always felt that way about the first Triple G fight. Triple G was robbed. He was robbed. But Canelo was doing good shit. He just wasn't as good as Triple G. Not with that game plan. He was being defensive first, trying to counter. And Triple G won the fight, and he decided to be more of a forceful fighter the second fight, where Triple G, he kind of backed up the second fight. So they kind of evenly matched. But the first fight is better than people think. Canelo was doing some good shit. It's just that he got the robbery screws it up. Let me see. It's my MNFN birthday, brother. Happy birthday, brother. Hey! Let me see. That's what day it is. What's better? A better way to spend it than with the war room. You got that right, brother. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. The funny thing is, he was talking about Martin Luther King, but we took that shit from Martin. We made an international black birthday song.
Yeah, put it simply in here. I like surprises. I came here for prizes. Big booty and thighs is promising my guys is how I could get inside this. Stupid, I realize this, but there's so much I wanna know about you, but I don't really wanna know. That's what they say. You make it too hard for a nigga. I got you, but I got the time. Let's make it.
It's the Tyson Bell. Oh shit! Hey, my God! Superman letting me know we outside.
What do you think it happen when you're outside? You can lose a fight, see a chick, have a con with that vibe. You can ride a bike, see a nigga, and ask if he's alright.
You can ride a bike, See it? That was back when I used to say the N-word and shit. Let me see. Now I don't even say it at all. Let me see. Triple G was robbed the first fight. He was. Second fight was cold. Second fight was good. People feel he was robbed the second fight. I thought it was good. I thought Nello won the second fight, but that shit was good. I mean, Triple G and Nello, they're just even. That's King Kong Godzilla. They're just even. That's Ghidorah and Godzilla. They're just evenly matched, bro. Let me see. We just saw Bivol hurt better multiple times in the second fight. I didn't see that. I mean, he could have. Makes me feel. I just didn't notice. Make me feel like. But I remember. He did hit Better BF with a real good shot. I remember one clearly now. Bud won't hurt Nello. No, for real. I don't think so. Also makes me feel like we underestimate Nello. I think people feel that Bud is being underestimated so much that they're over pushing Bud. But it, like I said, you gonna pull up.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you can do whatever you want. You can have really relaxed, slow-paced stuff.
Real shit. Motherfucker got a nerve to call themselves a professional team and keep asking for money and shit. Like, bitch, suck a dick. Fuck, let's move on. So, the Island Boys and Charleston White just fought, right? And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm more like, first of all, Charleston White won. Good shit for him, right? But these Island Boy niggas, bro, this is why I blame a lot of the people, the consumers, the fans, all of y'all, folk. Cause y'all turn up all type of weird ass people, folk, and y'all make them famous and give them clout and give them recognition and all of this and that, bro. Y'all made these weird ass little niggas famous and they was tongue kissing each other. The brothers kissing each other. Why the fuck are y'all kissing? Bro, I swear to God, I wanted to choke the fuck out of that nigga and his fucking brother when I seen them niggas kiss. I said, you niggas is fucking freaks. Disgraces. Then got the nerve to be bumping your motherfucking gums like that, and you get in the ring with a fucking 50-year-old that weigh 97 pounds soaking fucking wet, and you throwing fucking pillowcases. Nigga, my fucking son fight better than you, you fucking weirdo. Out there, every time he threw a punch, I heard, what y'all know when you get a dog squeaky toy for it, you click it and then make the little squeak? That's what I heard every time the Island Boy threw a fucking punch. On BD. That's what I heard, folk. I heard dog toy squeaking. That shit was soft. You fighting a 50-some-year-old that's fucking 77 pounds. And you be out here calling everybody bitches and woofing with niggas and acting tough and kissing your fucking brother. I wanted to fucking snatch my TV off the wall. Ooh, I wanted to throw my fucking phone when them niggas was kissing. You deserved your ass kicked. I wish Charleston White was younger so he could have kicked your ass even more, nigga. Ooh, I hate them little niggas, bro. Real shit. Stressing me the fuck out. Nigga kissing his fucking brother. Then y'all really kiss. Y'all ain't even smooch. You motherfucker. This nigga looked at his twin brother and got the fuck? The fuck? Bro, you niggas are fucking disgusting. I'm not even gonna hold you. You niggas are fucking disgusting. Quelo, shout out to my boy to me. I'm crying, bro. That ass, real shit though. Taliban always saying CW got one eye. Facts. You lost to a 50-year-old little scrawny motherfucker with one eye. Doing all that fucking gum bumping and kissing your fucking twin. Weird ass nigga. I don't know what the fuck wrong with them niggas, bro. Real shit, bro. So anyway, let's skip to something else, man. So DDG was finally granted visitation with his son under the stipulation that he can't post them. You gotta be fucking kidding me right now, bro. You gotta be fucking kidding me. So he can see his own son, but he can't post his son? See, this is the type of shit. Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Haley Bailey don't even realize she fucked up her own career. I bet she don't be on another Disney movie ever. Bitch, you is not finna be on nothing PG-13. Bitch, you gotta go do rated R shit now. Cause now you done stepped into a whole different universe. People used to look at you as this cute, innocent lady. We thought your sister was the crazy one worth all the trouble, the thick shit. We thought the thick one was the adult in the room. We looked at you like a little ass baby. Now you done turned yourself into a bitch people don't even like. If you played in another Disney movie, that bitch might not have a motherfucking nigga or female or child in the fucking crowd. I'm gonna be 100 with you, bro. Nobody wanna watch you after what you put DDG through, folks. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro. You feel me? That's just weird, bro. Taking this nigga through all of this to see his son. He's not a deadbeat. He's not a nigga who ain't claiming the nigga. You going through the courts on some weird hurt shit, putting y'all business out there, and now you done damaged yourself. You done shot yourself in the foot, damaged your own career, folks. You see how God work? This is why you can't never act with malicious intent and try to do shit out of spite, because you will be humbled. You did all that shit to DDG, I'm sure, with the plot of thinking you were going to diminish his career and him. Now he back dropping music. Niggas is checking for his music. He's a streamer, a big streamer in that space. He's still lit music-wise. He's a social media motherfucking face, and everybody fucking with DDG, and ain't nobody fucking with you. You see how God work? You see how God work when motherfuckers do shit with malicious intent and not a spite? You using your kid, weaponizing y'all son to make him go through hoops and deprive him from his kid. Now he finally can visit his son but can't post him. That's the type of shit that would have me in jail if I'm being 100% with y'all myself, bro. I would be in jail. Who the fuck gonna tell me I can't post my son? Bitch, I ain't letting no bitch think she won. I'm finna go in this bitch and I'm finna get my baby and I'm gonna post me being with my baby, bitch. If I gotta go do 30 days in jail, when I come home, I'm gonna be even more turned than when I left. Cause I ain't finna be around this bitch hiding when I'm with my baby and not being able to show the world how much of a great dad I am because this bitch. Man, fucking lock me up. I'm going live with my baby, streaming with him and everything. Look, I'm finally back with my baby. Fuck is you talking about? Because whatever bro, look, I could tell you what she doing, bro. She thinks that the judge can save her from some type of social media scrutiny because she claimed in the beginning, every time he went live or streamed with his son, he was talking bad about her and making her look bad. So now she done got it in some way where the judge then sided with her in the fact that he can't post when he with his son. But at the end of the day, the court documents are still leaking out and coming out that these are the stipulations. So regardless if the judge try to keep saving your ass, the court of public opinion is going to keep getting on you. You know what I'm saying? The court of public opinion, we going to keep finding out shit. And every time we find out shit and it makes you look evil and bad and malicious and spiteful, we're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So you could keep trying to get the judge and the jury to feel sorry for you. But these motherfuckers out here, us, we could see the play, bro. Bro, I swear to God, G, you know it's bad when the women don't even side with you, bro. And these type of things, when the woman is right or got some type of point, the women ride with the women. The girls love being girls, bro. You know what I'm saying? They love any chance to make an excuse for one of theirs, folks. When the bitches start saying, oh, no, that's weird as hell, man. We ain't like, when bitches start coming and speaking against you, you out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? The women who don't got no accountability at all are holding her accountable. So you know that she doing some weird shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I would really go in on her, but I'm going to be respectful. That's DDG baby mama. I fuck with DDG, folks. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure he wouldn't even mind me really green lighting her ass like I can, bro, because she bogus, folks. I'm a dad, bro. I don't think nothing else can hurt me more in the world than a motherfucker doing me like that when I know how real of a father I am and how much I love my son, bro. I could not imagine going through that, bro. That shit'll break my spirit, my soul. The fact that DDG can even scream and work and excel in life during these type of times shows the type of strength and restraint that he got as a person, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of real dads, this shit would have hurt us, broke us. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been no work and no none, man. Motherfucker would have been trying to get through and navigate through this type of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he able to keep his head down, keep working through all this weird shit, bro, just shows you like what type of man he is and how much strength he actually got, bro. Cause a nigga like me would have crashed. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. He a better man than me in this instance, bro. I would have been crashed. About my son, bro. That's my son, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I tell motherfuckers all the time. Y'all even tell my baby mama this. We had a boy, not a girl, which makes this parenting shit, I ain't gonna lie, it's 60-40, bro. If we would have had a daughter, I would have gave you the leeway to do a lot of shit because that's a girl. You a woman, you're more in charge of how she grow up and act than I am. You know what I'm saying? You in charge of instilling certain shit in her. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a father and I'm gonna be a great ass father. I'm gonna be there for my daughter every step of the way. But I'm gonna leave a lot of shit in your hands because only you could understand. But as a son, as a boy, that's my motherfucking son. That's my motherfucking problem, my issue. That's my responsibility, bro. You know what I'm saying? I tell my baby mama, this shit 60-40, that's my son. On phone now. I ain't going. On BD, I ain't going for none of that. That's my son. You know what I'm saying? And everybody understand this shit, bro. That's my son, nigga. I ain't going for none of that. That's my son. That's a boy. I made him, nigga. He was in my nuts tens of years before you ever gave birth to that nigga or carried him. That's my son. And me and my baby mama don't go through shit like this. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? I got a thorough one. But at the end of the day, on my sister, bro, I ain't going for that. That shit would have broke me, nigga. I'd be crashing out. Boy, I can't see my son, nigga. Fuck what the court said, nigga. I'm popping up coming to get my son, man. Fuck. And let a motherfucker not give him to me. On BD. It's gonna go up, nigga. I'm gonna be in jail for real fucking criminal charges, nigga. A motherfucker don't up my baby. Nigga, when I first had my son, G, me and my Bill be getting into it and shit, she'd have to work. She'd like be like not doing weird shit, keeping me away from, but like his grandma and them would have him. Her mama and them. Boy, look, after so many days, I'm not doing no talking, nigga. I'm popping up at her mama house, I'm knocking on the door. Motherfuckers, what you doing here? Look, man, I ain't gonna cause no confusion, no this and that. But I know my son is here. Bring him out to me now. I'm not doing no talking. I'm not trying to destroy none. I'm not trying to get over wild and crazy. But I know my son is here. I have not seen my son. Bring him out to me now. And you know what they went and did? I could tell they thought about it, and then they went and they brought me my baby because they looked in my eyes and they could see I'm dead serious. If I don't get my son right now, it's about to be a problem. You can't threaten me with no police. I don't give a fuck. I will do 1 trillion billion years about my son, boy. a definite amount of time, I won't think twice. Bring me him now. And her mama, she went and got my son and she brought him to me. And I took him. It's my son. On BD, ain't nobody gonna keep me away from my son, bro. Nobody. Nobody in this world gonna keep me away from my son, bro. They looked in my eyes, nigga, and seen I was serious. Nigga, bring me him now. And they brought him. They knew. They looked at me. They could tell I was ready to go all the way about this shit. Don't play around. Don't do nothing. Bring him to the door. I don't even give a fuck if he got on clothes. Bring him to me. Everything he need, I have. You know what I'm saying? I know. That's my son. Nigga, I got the rights to be with him, to take care of him, to have him, to nurture him, to raise him. That's my son. A lot of niggas they leave too much shit in the mom's hand. I ain't even nothing. I know what my rights is. I know what I got. Nigga, bring him to me. You know what I'm saying? So I got, like, man, he got a lot of restraint for moving how he moving and being able to just keep his head down and keep working through all of this, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I respect DDG for that, bro. Real shit, because I know how I was acting or would have been acting, folk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of streaming and parenting, right? So I just seen a video, bro, of Brooklyn Frost, which is Deshae Frost, is the streamer. That's his sister, man. I seen a video of Brooklyn Frost, bro. Her mom, she was streaming. Her mom was behind her. She snatched like a taco out of her hand or something, bro. And Brooklyn basically, like, on camera, on stream, bro, went in on her mom, bro. Watch this shit. And it's such a sad situation.
Bro, on God, don't fucking do that, bro. I was kidding. Don't snatch my food, though. That's disrespectful. I was kidding. I was literally clip farming, but damn. Don't clip farm like that. Don't play like that. That's crazy. Because, bro, you just literally snatched my food out of my mouth that I'm eating. That wasn't out of your mouth. It was out of your hand. It doesn't matter. You don't do that. You don't do that. That's disrespectful. Kidding or not.
Listen to this part.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. They about to cancel Brooklyn again. They about to cancel Brooklyn again.
You know you deserve it. You know it. You deserve it. You deserve to have your ass canceled for that, bro. That shit weird as hell. I'm not even gonna lie, man. And you know, sometimes when I see how parents and their kids and the kid and the parent deal with each other, I try to hold my opinions, bro, because you never know what type of fucking parenting they came up under or how the parent was towards them growing up. You just never know a lot of things. So to speak on a lot of shit too soon could be detrimental because you never know. Some parents ain't all the way thorough, all the way righteous, or ain't come right for their kid to respect them the way a kid should respect their parent, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, I could tell that this mother, like, I could tell, bro, she deserved better than that, especially on camera, bro. Like, to be doing a stream and reacting this way towards your mother, bro, I could just imagine if the cameras weren't rolling, she probably would have packed her mama out about that damn taco. And your mama just playing, bro. Like, that wasn't even no shit to just even, like, get all bogartish and tweak and lash out about. Come out, it's disrespectful. No, what's disrespectful is your mother telling you that she was just kidding and you still not bringing it down a notch, bro. You on camera. You don't even got the mental awareness to realize that, hey, I'm streaming. I can't clip this out. I can't do none of that. Let me hold my tongue or refrain from whatever way I really want to crash because I'm definitely live and this will look bad. The mental capacity to not even know that is fucking blowing my mind. Because if your mama was a different type of mama and she would have crashed on your ass on camera since you want to show out, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I got a mom and I'm so thankful for my mother, bro. Like, me and my mama, bro, I don't know, man. And I get a little sentimental when I talk about my mama, bro, because I've came to y'all before and told y'all, bro, my mama had a brain aneurysm. Me and Mina had to sign a motherfucking contract because my mama had a 77% chance of dying from brain surgery. My mama fucking nerves is tied up in a knot in her head. She had a less than 1/4 chance of surviving that shit, bro. And being able to be back to her natural self. And she beat that shit, bro. I love my mom. I'm thankful for my mom, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when I see people do shit like this, bro, it hits a different nerve, gang. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Especially if she was a great mom to you and she don't deserve the type of animosity or way that you treat her, especially on camera, bro. I tell people all the time, man, how you treat your family on camera, bro, is supposed to always be, it's supposed to be a different level of a strength you have when you dealing with your peoples, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck, folks. Swipe said you gotta peep how the mom act to Brooklyn. How does she act to Brooklyn? What are you saying about that? You know what I'm saying? What are you insinuating about that, folks? You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta understand what you mean by that before I even go further. Like, what you trying to insinuate? She's bad towards Brooklyn? She treats Brooklyn in a certain way, so this is why Brooklyn acts that way towards her? Like, what you trying to insinuate, folks? You know what I'm saying? I gotta hear that, folks, because that do matter to me. Okay, look, folks. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't give a fuck about a mom being a friend. I feel like my mom is my friend, bro. Like, when you grow up, your mother is supposed to become a friend. I'm not saying she's supposed to be like a bitch. Like, you feel me? That just act like y'all grew up in the neighborhood together. But, bro, as a grown-up, when you get an adult, your mother transitions from being somebody who governs you and just bosses you around or, like just makes you live in her image to having to respect you how you are as an adult. So as long as her mother not disrespectful towards her, or her mother is not shunning her or treating her wrong in front of the camera, her mother didn't deserve that. My mama is my friend too, bro. Me and my mama kick it like two homies. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's still my mom, bro. I don't give a fuck how friendly we are, how certain shit is. We gotta understand, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's never a reason to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how she act. If she acts like they friends, they homies, she flirt with the niggas she be around. I don't know. I don't give a fuck about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's still your mom. So when you shun her or tweak with her in front of the camera, that's a whole nother ball game, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother ball game. It's a difference from us treating each other like friends and you treating me like I'm a fucking goofy and I'm your mother. Or you treating me like I'm a fucking, like I'm not your family and I'm your mother. You know what I'm saying? That's a different thing. You know what I'm saying? That is totally different. And which is why I prefaced in the beginning of this topic that if she treated her, if she was a mother that treated Brooklyn bad, treated Brooklyn shitty growing up, treated Brooklyn like she was just a fucking, the fucking ugly duckling out of her kids, that's one thing. But to try to justify Brooklyn treating her mom like this, there's never no room for that. You treating your mama like a fan, like a fucking disposable, dispensable fucking piece of shit on camera. Like, come on, man. Then when your mama look at you, she laughing like, oh, I'm just clip farming. You know what I'm saying? Like, temper it down. You know what I'm saying? That was a point for you to be like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, all right. But to keep, oh, that's disrespectful, is it? I don't fuck with that, bro. That was hella weird to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could have muted the stream. She could have did a lot of different shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the things where I feel like the self-awareness is lacking. Bro, do y'all know how many times y'all have been on here, folk, and I've literally have told y'all, like, I've had the self-awareness to when we speak about certain topics. How many times we done talked about the LGBT community, folk, and I done told y'all, like, look, man, before I even get into it, I don't got nothing against them. I don't got no hate for them. I don't got nothing bad to say about him. And then I crack a joke or I say something. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the mental awareness to understand as a streamer, as I'm live, bro, that if I overstep my boundaries and I put myself in a position to be taken out of context or made look a certain way, that it's my fault, bro. If I say something that could get me canceled, not having a mental awareness, that's my fault. You know what I'm saying? So as a person who streams for a living, you do shit that can get you canceled and not having a mental awareness to know that, okay, look, let me be cool, folks. He said Deshae cursed her out every single stream, calling her a thought and hoes, but Brooklyn was looked at wrong for getting her food snatched and cussing. He bogus too. And had I ever seen him do that to her, I'd be on this bitch talking about him too. You know what I'm saying? You like, what is the reason to call your mama thoughts and hoes, bro? That ain't no reason to justify what Brooklyn did. That mean his ass need to be shunned and talked about just like her. Why is your mom, if you feel like your mama a thought in the hole and this the type of shit that she do, bro, stop bringing around and putting her on stream for him to do this type of shit or her to do this on stream. Stop setting that shit up, bro. But at the end of the day, folk, it's never no reasons for this, bro. I don't give no fuck, man. Said that's they content, gang. Bro, look, Swipe, look. I'm gonna tell you this right now, folks. And this is what I guess I'm a different type of nigga, folks, because I don't give a fuck about what's the content. I'm not selling my mama out. I'm not selling my family out for content and clicks, man. And I see this shit done too much in the fucking streaming world where it's like, hey, let's turn our bad situation or something that's actually terrible into something that we can clip farm and clickbait and get content repost about. Like, no, I ain't pimping out my motherfucking real life shit, bro. It's so much shit I done went through. I probably could have turned the shit into a viral moment, but I'm not. Fuck do I look like? That's weird energy. That's weird. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. Fuck I look like. I ain't finna get on this bitch and be like, oh, me calling my mom hoes and thoughts and her trying to talk to my friends might be click farming and content viral moment worthy. Let me get this. Like, no, nigga, that is embarrassing. Shut all these cameras off now. Fuck. I ain't doing that, bro. Come on, folks. I ain't doing that, bro. That's weird. That's weird, bro. That's called selling your soul for this shit. That's why I'm never trying to do for this shit, bro. This is why I take breaks. This is why I focus on my mental health, bro. Because I was just telling one of my homies who trying to get into this streaming space, like, about this shit. Like, bro, I know you want to be a streamer, and I know you think you want all the clout and the viral moments that come with this shit. But sometimes think about the peace that you have being low key and nobody knowing who you is yet. Because if you blow up or you get any type of real fame from this shit, you're going to miss your privacy. You're going to miss your peace. You're going to miss being able to be low key and not have all your downfalls and bad moments ostracized on social media and talked about 1,000 times from 1,000 people's perspectives, bro. You're going to miss that. You know what I'm saying? So I know you want to blow up in this shit and you want to do this and that. But think about certain shit, folks, before you try to jump in this space and chase this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because once you pop it and you clout it, you can't go back. You can't go back to being normal. You can't go back to being private. You can't go back to having peace. You know what I'm saying? Everything you do, every downfall you have, every left turn you make or take is going to be put on blast. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be put on blast, bro. So at some point, folks, you got to understand, I take breaks from this shit, bro, because you will get to a point in this streaming shit where you feel like it's pimping you, bro. You wake up every day and you trying to look for content. You trying to look for a way to go viral. You trying to look for a way to be fucking turned and be out there in the open. You starting to look for ways to pop, even if it embarrasses you, bro. Even if it puts you and your family in sticky situations, you willing to do it. This shit starts to pimp you out. This is why I control this content space and how I move. I don't let it control me. This is why I built my brand. I'm talking about myself before I started talking about everybody else, because I ain't never want to have to be stuck content chasing. Because when you can't talk about yourself and you gotta always look for something when you're not interested, so you gotta go look for shit that'll get people's attention and make that content, you lost. I built this shit brick by brick. I can't never be lost talking about me and what I went through. I can't never content chase when I got all this shit in my back pocket that I'm sitting on, that I went through, that I survived, that I overcame. I don't gotta do that, folks. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta do that, bro. I don't gotta content chase. I got content that I went through. That's my life. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say a lot of shit with this content shit be sad, bro, because I weep that. I've been weeped that. I've been weeped that you can just, people get around this bitch and they get hungry, bro. They run out of shit. They become less interesting. They die down a little bit and they start soul searching and looking for a viral moment at their own expense. You know what I'm saying? They want content so bad that they'll fucking put theyself on blast and embarrass theyself for a viral moment, folks. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. I'm gonna run this shit. I ain't gonna let it run me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna control this shit. I ain't gonna let it control me. So that shit weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. They whole space is weird, whatever. But at the end of the day, folk, you don't do that to your mama. I don't give a fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if it's the Shea Frost, Brooklyn Frost, or Jack Frost. Fuck. That shit is not cool, bro. That shit not cool. Shit not cool, bro. That shit not cool, bro. But let's move on, man. So, James Harden, man, I seen his cousin just sued him, right? Because his cousin claims that, you know, James Harden watched his cousin sexually assault a girl at a New Year's party and he ain't do nothing. So now the person, whoever the whistleblower is that's suing James Harden, now he's suing James Harden because of that, right? And this is how I feel. I'm going to just keep it a bean. I hate motherfuckers who see shit and want to act like they're a whistleblower and they don't blow the whistle when it happens, bro. This the same problem that I had, bro, with all these niggas that came out talking bad about Diddy, that was around Diddy in the 90s and early 2000s, bro, when he was doing all that bad shit he was doing in the sexual assault and the drug trafficking, whatever he was charged with. All of these niggas that used to run with Diddy in the 90s that was around when all this shit was happening, when he got indicted for all his charges and went to the feds, all these niggas started doing blogs and interviews and YouTubes and all of this and that about all the shit that was going on with Diddy, trying to act like they condemning him and he been weird and this and that. But when the shit was actually going on, you niggas ain't say shit. Y'all watch that shit, and that 30 years later, when he finally go down, everybody got such a bad vibe or something negative to say about him. If you such a whistleblower and you was so real and you had so many morals and integrity about the shit that he was doing, why you ain't say nothing then? You watched Diddy fuck up a lot of niggas and bitches' lives, and at the time you stayed quiet because it was servicing you. But soon as it wasn't servicing you no more and it was all put on blast, you the first nigga speaking about it as if you was not one of the niggas who was there at the time, probably fetching these hoes and niggas, probably picking up this motherfucking lube and baby oil for Diddy at the time in the 90s and 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Same shit problem I got with this nigga suing James Harden. This is a New Year's Eve party. That was 6 months ago, bro. You suing him now for God knows what reason, but if you really was the nigga with integrity and morals and you really cared, you would have did this shit in January. You know what I'm saying? Now all you niggas want to come out talk. Now nigga want to sue James Harden. Somehow he watched his cousin sexually assault a motherfucker, and you watched him watch his cousin sexually assault a motherfucker, and you ain't say shit into June. Damn that July. It's damn that been 7 months, bro. It's damn that been 7 months. Why the lawsuit coming now? I ain't saying James Harden right for none of the shit he supposedly allegedly did or watched happen. But at the end of the day, nigga, you was right there when it happened, nigga, and you waited almost 7 months to speak your mind, nigga. I don't want to hear from you. I don't want to hear from you. It look like it's a motive behind this shit now. If you didn't had nothing to say when it first happened, you have a motive behind it. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Because if you was really righteous and you felt a certain way about it when it happened, you would have spoke up about it. You didn't. But now 7 months later, here come a lawsuit coming down the turnpike. Fuck out of here, man. I don't like you niggas, bro. I don't like none of you niggas, man, that do that type of weird ass shit. Key Crawford, first live. I've been watching y'all since I was 12. Motherfuckers 25 now. Much success and blessings to you, my guy. We got them lucky boulders in NC. Tap in. Say less, man. Appreciate you for the donation, man. And for the people that's been donating and super chatting, man, I'm sorry if I haven't caught your super chat. I've been speaking about some real passionate things, and I didn't even honestly see the super chat. I know it's probably been people super chatting me because I seen the money went up. But I've been speaking about some real things, and I wasn't even really paying attention to the chat. I was more like in my own bag speaking on the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize to anybody that donated or super chatted in this time where I was talking and I didn't respond, man, because, you know, I hate to even do that. I apologize, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I apologize, bro. I apologize, folks. You know what I'm saying? I apologize, folks. Yeah, man, but that shit is weird. I don't fuck with that, bro. OGD1K. Shout out to folks. He say, since we off the top as a freaks, I was on TikTok the other night, and the motherfuckers say they was selling R. Kelly piss. Well, the fuck? The motherfuckers say piss tape on bootleg in barbershops. You ever seen it or heard it of a motherfucker saying they saw it? First of all, motherfuckers did say they seen it. As far as me seeing the bootleg and all that, no, I never saw it. I don't even want to see that type of shit, folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I leave the shit going on with R. Kelly up to my parents, just like I leave it up to Diddy with a lot of that shit, because these motherfuckers, they partied with him. I said when they shit first started happening to them niggas, like, why it take people in our era or our age to hold these niggas accountable? Y'all heard about these things, man. I was 10 years old hearing about fucking R. Kelly pee on people, bro. Like, real shit. Like, I was, like, he had a whole trial and all type of shit for it, bro. And people, he came home, people loved him, listened to him. After that, still was considered the GOAT and all of these things of R&B. So, you know, a lot of shit, bro. It's just like, it was before my era, and it's just weird talk, and I don't fuck with it at all. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, so let's pivot a little bit, man. I seen Christian Rock, bro. She was speaking on Blueface and her relationship or whatever, and she had this to say. I want to play y'all this audio, man. I want y'all to hear this, man.
He's at now. The reason why Blue is where he's at now. He was a flop. And people keep saying, the reason why Blue is where he's at now. He was a flop. I need you to stop playing with me. Yeah, he was who he was. Yes, yes, yes. But everybody had the same opportunity I had when he came around, and they ain't did nothing. I put him back on the map. What did anybody else do? Nothing. What? I'm the type that put all my...
This is the type of shit when they say you think you bigger than the program, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, folks. Like, this the type of shit, I ain't gonna lie, I hate hearing, folks. Like, I hate hearing this, bro. I really do. Like, I hate hearing when people talk like they was the fucking bigger than the program, bro. Like, Blueface, actually, I think it was the other way around, Krishan, if we keeping this shit a buck. Like, Blueface was something, he started fucking with you, and then whatever career he had or whatever he had going on, this the weird part that I don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Because people confuse all the clout and recognition or whatever spotlight they brought. They confuse it like it was positive. Like, no, bro. The shit that you brought to Blueface did nothing but send his trajectory wherever it was going. It plummeted, bro. But people get on here and talk. Like they made you. When in reality, I was already there when you met me. But you gonna get around here and you gonna talk like you saved my career, you saved my image, or you saved my motherfucking success. When I was that when you met me. I was turned when you met me. When me and you started fucking with each other, everything I had going on, I lost. I started going to jail. I started going to all these motherfucking, through all these different things. And a lot of shit that I had going on that otherwise would have been low key, even though I was famous, it got put on blast because of you. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of shit going on and he had to pivot and lean into that negative shit, bro. This is the part that people don't talk about, man. Blueface had to lean in to all of the negativity that Chrisean brought his way because she basically fucked up basically all the good shit he had coming his way. So he had to actually lean into that because it was actually, now, bitch, this is my life. You fucked up everything else I had.